Once again, it is race week in the World Endurance Championship, as endurance racing returns to Japan for the penultimate round of the 2023 season. Will Toyota take victory at their home race once again, or will someone new stand on the top step of the podium? Well, let's dive into the details on round 6 of the WEC, the 6 Hours of Fuji. Located in Oyama, Japan, Fuji Speedway was opened in 1965 and has been an integral part of the WEC since its revived inception in 2012. So we've had 6 rounds down and we're heading into round 7, the 6 Hours of Fuji, and it's been quite a while since the last race, the 6 Hours of Monza. In that event, the number 7 Toyota took victory away from Ferrari at their home event, with the number 93 Peugeot 9X8 taking 3rd, marking the French automaker's first podium in the WEC hypercar category. If you would like to know more information on the 6 Hours of Monza, make sure to check out my race review, which I'll put a link to in the top right corner and in the description. First off, I would like to discuss the championship standings when it comes to manufacturers and teams heading into the 6 Hours of Fuji. In the hypercar category, Toyota Gazoo Racing continue to lead the championship. They have 152 points. Ferrari are second, with Cadillac in third. There is that championship fight happening between Toyota and Ferrari. It could go either way. Historically, Toyota go very well at Fuji and Bahrain, although we have never seen the 499P Ferrari race at either of these circuits. In the team's championship of LMP2, Team WRT and their number 41 car lead the championship with 110 points to their name. But after that historic Le Mans victory, the number 34 Inter Europol is just 10 points behind. So Team WRT do not have this championship wrapped up just yet. The championship title in GTE-AM has already been secured by the number 33 Corvette, but there still is a close battle for second position in this championship. Iron Dames is currently in that second position, but they are only 2 points ahead of the next entry. Like many circuits on the WEC calendar, Fuji Speedway is a historic circuit when it comes to endurance racing. The first race with this pedigree was held back in 1967, and at this event, the record for the most wins obtained by a manufacturer at the Fuji Speedway goes to Toyota. The Japanese marque has 15 different victories. Since this is their home endurance racing event, Toyota pretty much obliterate any competition. When the WEC returned here in 2012, Toyota Gazoo Racing won from the start. They have won every single WEC event from 2012 except one, which was the race in 2015 when Porsche won with the 919. It just goes to show how dominant Toyota is at this circuit, even before the hypercar era. With the hypercar grid bigger than ever, with 6 different manufacturers participating, will Toyota's reign at Fuji finally come to an end, or will their dominance continue? I guess we'll find out this upcoming weekend. The track itself is located on the foothills of Mount Fuji and has 16 turns that make up the 4.5 kilometer circuit. That's 2.8 miles for those using that format. And the WEC is not the only motorsport that comes to the historic Fuji circuit. Other motorsports include Super GT, Super Formula, and for a time, Formula 1. In its history, F1's Japanese Grand Prix has been held at Fuji 4 different times, its last appearance in 2008, when former Toyota Gazoo Racing driver Fernando Alonso took victory for the Renault team. Let's talk about entries now for the 6 Hours of Fuji. There's a bit of news, and then I also want to get into the actual list of the amount of entries. So Proton Competition is back with their Porsche 963, and since they were very competitive at the 6 Hours of Monza, I expect they will be fast here as well. However, this is not the same chassis that raced at the 6 Hours of Monza. That particular chassis has gone over to IMSA to race in GTP. A new Porsche 963 has been delivered to Proton Competition for the remainder of the WEC. In other news, Rolex 24 winners Heart of Racing are set to return with their Aston Martin Vantage GTE. they will be making their Fuji debut and their return for the first time since the 24 Hours of Le Mans. And my final piece of entry news is that Glickenhaus will not be appearing at the 6 Hours of Fuji. For the first time this season, the American manufacturer will not be on the WEC grid. The situation is similar to last year. Financial issues are a critical reason of why Glickenhaus are not participating at Fuji. This means the hypercar class grid will decrease by 1 entry. Moving on to the number of entries participating at the 6 Hours of Fuji. In the WEC's top category, the hypercar class, there will be 12 cars entered. 11 will be in LMP2 and 13 will be entered for GTE AM. All these cars combine to create a 36-car grid for round 6 in 2023. Let's move on to the details on how long this event is and when it takes place. Well, the event's duration will be 6 hours, the same length as the previous event at Monza. The weekend will span from September 8th till September 10th, with qualifying on Saturday the 9th. The qualification for the event will last from 2:40 p.m. to 3:45 p.m. local time. Meanwhile, the race will take place on Sunday, September 10th, beginning at 11 a.m. and ending at 5 o'clock p.m. local time. So Fuji Speedway is set to hold another exciting event, but I'm sure you're wondering, how do you watch the 6 Hours of Fuji in 2023? The main place to watch this event is through the WEC app. And if this is not an option for you, don't worry, there are other possibilities. Let me explain. For my viewers in Japan, the race will be live on J Sports. For the majority of Europe, it will be on Eurosport, and for the US, it will be live on Motor Trend. So that completes my race preview for the 6 Hours of Fuji in 2023. Who do you think will win this WEC event? As always, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Thanks for following along. If you want to see more endurance racing content, especially on IMSA and WEC, make sure to hit the subscribe button to the left. Also, check out one of the suggested videos I put to the right of your screen. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.